Hey everybody, welcome back to another 90 Day Fiancé the Other Way recap here with Jade and XD on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
We are covering the episode Big Bank Theory. Um, hmm. So, I'm like, how did they get these titles? But okay,
Drunk,
sure.
drunk.
Where would you like to start this week?
mm. Let's start with White Shekinah and comedian Harper Sharpie him. Let's
Hmm.
start with them because it's short, but also I
Oh
just
yeah, Turkish Ben Stiller. Because
Turkish
he is
Zoolander,
Zoolander
Turkish
down.
Zoolander. Yes, he is.
So they go mattress shopping. Oh, this is also inappropriate. So they go mattress shopping. White Shekinah and Derek Zoolander,
Mm-hmm.
and we realize that this has only been a week and a half.
Yeah, it's been a week and a half. Shariah left also this morning.
Yeah, right. And remember, they had got into it the night before, her and her sister, White Shariah, and was like, "Hey, I know you don't like my nigga, but I do. So respect him." And she's like, "No, I don't. I don't want to do
Yeah.
that."
She's
So
like, yeah, you have a terrible track record. And so,
yeah, yeah, I will never respect him, and I slightly disrespect you.
hmm,
So,
your decision
her and her
making is
sister.
poor.
Yeah, so her and her sister are probably not going to speak for the holidays, and it
They'll get
happens.
they'll get over it. So they're going Kardashian.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was dumb. So it was brought to, mind you, they're all like having this discussion at the mattress store that's no there where there's nobody there. And she's like, "Well, my sister's mad because you said you're gonna put us on the gram on the main grid. That's important
And you didn't do
on the
that.
main grid, and she didn't do that. I forgot.
I
I
just forget. I fall asleep. I'm so tired. Why you no remind me? It's not my
yeah
fault.
yeah. And she's like, "Well, I shouldn't have to do that. Like, if you want to do it, you should have did it already." He was like, "No, no, 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 no. Like, you should have. It's not who I am. You should have just told me. I would have
I
posted it."
do right now. Right now on
Yeah,
bed.
yeah. So he posts the photo. Now the photo, the photo looks like, you remember that time where everybody was, it was like before like true AI photos, but they
Mm-hmm.
were like the super snatch, like,
Yep. Uh-huh. I'm
they
looking
all look like characters from like 90s cartoons.
I'm looking for him right now on Sarper 90 Day. Oh, he's private.
Ah,
Not this nigga having the giant red flag in his bio. He calls himself the giant red flag.
oh well.
Medical trainer, medical tourism. Personal trainer, medical tourism.
What does he do for medical tourism? I mean, that probably makes sense. He's probably ambassador for all the work that he gets done to his face.
And he's TLC, Amazon, Hulu, Discovery Plus, Blue TV. And he has a cameo.
We should see how much his cameo
We
is.
should. I want him to say hi to Jade and XD.
Yeah. So, then they start talking about how many times she's tuna subbed on the couch,
Oh,
and
your total sex machine. Oh,
yeah,
total
he
orgasmic bitch. Oh.
yeah yeah he's so proud of himself that he can make his woman come, like, and that's, he's honored by that.
Okay,
You know.
wait. Okay, so let's just look now while we're here. We have to select
Mm,
a video type from Serper. We either get a birthday wish, a pep talk. I think I'm a
you already
roast,
know.
advice, a question, or other. Book a personal video for $25. Oh, nigga. Say fucking less. Best $25 ever. We about to book it.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. And we'll post the video
On
when we do
Patreon.
it in here. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So, but that was them.
Yeah, total sex machines, orgasmic bitches.
Orgasmic bitch.
Shakes and Colonel Guile. We gotta get them out the way.
Oh, I have like 3 lines for them.
Yeah.
So we don't even have to change cameras. We could go through. So anyway, she's sad and alone, and so she Skypes her mom and her dog. He's out working a lot, and she doesn't have a social life in South Africa, and she continues to shake alone in her house.
And her mom's putting a battery in her back. Like, I was so scared when I was there. I'm so scared for you.
Yeah. And that was them.
Yeah.
Anywho.
That is the fastest recap we've had. That was literally 45 seconds.
Yeah. Fuck them.
I know. They're just...
Yeah.
I'm
not interested.
I feel like I'm being an ist, maybe. Or ism. Oh,
no, they're just not interesting.
They're not interesting, but also, like, she just always look like she about to fall over. Like...
She's like a Tim Burton character.
Yeah, but like not in an enjoyable way. It makes me nervous.
No. Yeah. Not in a Coraline way, but an Annabelle way. You know.
There you go. Who's next?
Let's move on to TJ and Kim.
Oh, this is the
Kim.
wedding that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Choo, 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 choo.
So we finally get to the end of the wedding, day 48, at 4:20 a.m.
Oh no, it's not done.
Oh yeah, it's not done. Yeah, well, what we think is the end. Her parents have to leave directly from the wedding because it ends at 4:20 in the morning, and they've been there for 3 months. So celebrating this trimester of a wedding, which is not done. And of course, like, I'm no disrespect. I loved every bit of it. It's y'all know it's long.
It's festive, Nick. It is literally a semester wedding.
Yeah. It's a time, but it's a long time.
It's a long time. Can you imagine black people celebrating for that many days?
I don't think we're allowed legally to.
I
think that's unconstitutional for black folks to celebrate that.
Yeah, you know, they don't like that. They don't like that.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
Anywho, her parents leave, and she's really more concerned about her daily life now, and more specifically her daily life with Yash.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, me too, girl."
Yeah,
because
same.
I know that's
a dark spirit right there, baby.
Yeah. You can navigate everything else, but hot diggity damn, I don't know about that one.
Tricky.
Right. So they finally make it home. Ooh, the wedding's not done.
It's been 24 hours since she slept. Yeah. And when she gets to the door, they're like, hark!
Wait, there's more.
There's
like
more.
Tim Cook at the fucking Apple event.
So now they got to do Arti, where they call all the gods together and introduce them to the new family member of the house. So they got to smoke her out, sage her down. Now, what we didn't know is that she's never been allowed in the kitchen. Because in the kitchen is where...
No, I laughed, and I thought it was for different reasons, but than what they explained.
Yes, which... I don't know. Fine line. The kitchen is their sacred place in the home. It's where their God lives. And so you can't come into the kitchen unless you family. And so now that she's family, now they go and take her into the kitchen and introduce her. and be like, this is a new member of the house. This is a family member. And then there's more activities that are to be had. She's supposed to be... She is supposed to make something sweet. And then
she said, they want me to cook.
And then they're supposed to play a game of hide and seek with the ring. But mom is like, no, put her to bed. Like, yeah. She can't handle it. Weak American. So they go put her to bed, save the rest of the festivities for later. We also find out TJ has another duty that he has.
He got to go to church.
He got to go to church. And he got to tell God and all of them that he got somebody new in the crib. They got a new family member. He's a married man now. He's like, my life now. So
yes, because he was like, I'm going to put you to bed. I got to run and tell Ganesh that we married.
Yeah.
Even though you're supposed to come. However... Fine.
Ganesh will be all right. Ganesh will be okay today. It's like, we know
later.
We know you're American weak. So because mama passes out on the bed. Don't wash her feet from all of that activity.
She gets in the bed with her coat on.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? While I am an avid shower before getting to bed, I do not believe in no outside clothes, no nothing. I think in this particular case, this might be one instance where I'm like, we'll change the sheets after. I've got to go to bed right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Because it's going to be bad for you, me, everybody.
Yeah.
If I don't go to sleep.
Yeah. But he is grateful for the way that she has handled all of the ceremonies and rituals and celebrations, knowing that this is not her culture and that she like went full in for every single one. He's really grateful for that. Where he is getting ready to fuck up, or he already has. Oh, mama is about to spawn a nuke, because TJ willfully admits to us that he has not told her all of the ins and outs of her responsibilities once she is wife and lives in the home full time. And that includes, but he presents it in a way, he's like, you are head of house with my mother. The responsibility of decision making falls on you because we trust you. You all are mother. That also comes along with making my breakfast, my 4 a.m. chai, my lunch, my dinner, my snacks, washing my feet, cleaning my clothes. But he didn't tell her all that.
Her white feminism is going to, jump out.
It's about to spawn a nuke.
Yeah.
It's about to spawn a nuke.
Definitely. But that was them.
Yeah, it's going to be festive.
Ooh.
Oh. Who you want?
Where do you want to end?
Who you want to?
Let's end with Danielle and Johan.
Okay, same page.
All right. So Brandon and Mary, Michael, Sarah, and
Harry
Mary.
Potter.
Yeah. So they finally get to the crib, and Roseanne is still being mean and judgment. You know who she reminds me of?
Who?
Do you remember Wife Swap? And that famous episode of Wife Swap with Marguerite?
Yep.
And she was like, this is dark side.
Yeah.
She's like a total like gay advocate now. She was like, yeah, because she was so homophobic.
Little miracles happen every day.
And because, of course, gays latched on to her because she's weird and
crazy
that's what white
as
gays
cat
do.
shit.
But she has changed her politics.
Okay.
That politic, I'll say that. And, she's pro-gay.
I told you my family was they wanted us to be a part of Wife Swap. I'm not even gonna say we were approved. They were like, please.
Oh yeah, when they called y'all.
It was my father who stopped the whole operation. Can you imagine Marguerite coming up in my house with me and my sister?
Yeah, she tried to perform an exorcism.
And what would we perform?
Yeah. the blood would come
I
through the
wish
walls.
she would try to perform an exorcism on my sister. That you want to talk about me and your match? I told you when she would turn as a kid. Anybody who has seen The Bad Seed, you will understand this reference. My mother would be like, "Here come Rhoda. Rhoda's about to come out." Yeah, my sister's the type that would put the knives under the door, like, oh, like, bitch is crazy. Like, I'm crazy in a different way. That, crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Yes.
she is like Marguerite, very much so.
Yes, but she gets there, and it's just so many awkward stares.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I just want to talk about for a second how Marguerite 2.0 is the most judgmental drug addict I have ever met in my life.
She reminds me of the clients I used to have who used to judge crack users. They'd be on like heroin or heroin recovery. They'd be like, crack? Oh, hell no, I ain't doing that. I'd be like, oh, what the fuck?
Girl, you be out here just leaning like a smooth
but
criminal
crack
video.
Is where you draw the line.
Right.
I mean, word. But
so Mary feels all this pressure because of her initial comments about the housing and the poverty. And then they get to the house and Marguerite 2.0 is like, well, I'm relieved. It's an actual house and not a shack. I was like, oh.
It's because her white son provided the fundage for it.
That's not the point.
She's complimenting white infrastructure. That's what she's doing.
She is. It's more white supremacy wearing its ugly head.
It's reinforcing.
I was like, why would you say that? Like, every time she talks, I'm like, what makes you think it's drugs? How do you think that you have a leg to stand on in judgment?
Yeah, and you abandoned your children.
And
like,
oh my God! Because I don't know if it's the preview for next week or yes, it is the preview for next. I'm sorry, I've got to jump because I hear this bitch say, "You were brought up in a dysfunctional household," and I was like, "Ah!" Your child was living in a Chevy Cavalier when we met him. Are you fucking serious?
we met him shitting in an RV. Like, and outside of your best friend's home.
Like, your son is shitting in a bedpan, and he's not sick. Like, how are you?
It is so wild.
I was about to spawn a nuke.
Yeah. That preview for next week, I was just like, there's... Like, I know we say niggas have audacity, but white women, man.
No, caucasity is a different level of audacity.
Like, that is...
It's a different level. It's a different
it's
level.
the way you act. It's the way you act.
They don't like when we call them Caucasian. I found out. They're like, Caucasians are of a certain region. I'm like, yeah, but we ain't make it. I said,
y'all are insisting on calling me African American.
I'm calling you Caucasian. What you want to do? We're just gonna look at it.
I told you to call me black, and you were afraid to. So
I know every time they get ready, they're like the guy that he's
yeah, like
from Detroit.
Okay, they're urban,
which is worse. Don't call us urban.
Black is okay to say. I know that,
but then some people don't want to be called black, so it's like. Just call people what they want to be called. Although I'm not calling you, whatever that is. Like when that white South African woman I used to work with told me to call her Mrs. Bitch, I will never. No. I will fucking never. But anyway, so, what's her name? Marguerite, the drug addict, is like very scared of.
She has like arachnophobia.
She has a bugnophobia. She has a crawlophobia. Anything that's small and moves around, she doesn't fuck with it. And she's having a complete conniption, and I hope something wakes up next to her. She's so dark and mean. Yeah.
So she like freaks out over this dead spider exoskeleton, and then there's a spider underneath her bed, and wop wop wop. Anywho, fast forward. Mary is outside.
Yeah.
and little Harry Potter sits down. He's like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "I just feel like I just think it's funny how you keep sticking up for your mama that wasn't there for you, and I was on the phone with you shitting, and you aren't on my side." And he's like, he tries to be diplomatic, and he was like, "I am on your side. This is also my mother, and I don't see where I am not being on your side," you know? And she's like, "Well, it doesn't feel like it." But then he says, "Well, you got to make an effort too now. I understand she's evil.
Yeah.
But you're also her match. So, you can make a teensy bit of an effort too. You have this obnoxious American in your country.
Mary
she feels outnumbered.
She's awful. But dare I say his mother is worse. Like,
she's awful and very young.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like 22 or
she's
whatever.
Like traumatized. She's awful because she's traumatized on like multiple fronts. His mother.
This white lady is 40 and awful.
You're the traumatizer. Like, and we're the same age.
Yeah. Like,
and you say crazy shit. Like, I could just never. Whoa. His mother is worse. His mother is absolutely worse. And I didn't think I would say that. Because initially, when Mama was jealous of his mom and jealous of his sister and all these things, let's be clear, that's still irrational as fuck. But his mom is an awful elitist. An elitist with what to stand on? Girl. She acts like she never huffed a marker in her life. She act like she
never wore purple. I'm telling you.
Okay, and black uptowns. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Anywho, he promises to get his mama to talk to her. Because at the end of the day, she is pregnant. And
there's also that.
She's like, I don't have the energy. Because, normally she would turn up on him, and she's just kind of like.
I think they're also taking their promise to Lolo seriously and trying not to, like, have chaos in the house.
Which good,
Yeah.
But that was him.
Yeah.
Okay. I know Black Puppy, and, you're a priestess. I guess them planting the bananas and coconuts didn't pan out too well, huh?
Eggshells didn't do shit. Shit.
So,
you know why?
Like we said, well, yeah.
Because her answer, those are not her answers.
No.
They're not yours.
They're not hers. She was conjuring people from the Battle of 1912.
Clearly.
Not nobody's spiritual realm.
She was channeling 1492.
Niggas from Waterloo.
It's the Boston Tea Party.
Yeah, nah. Nobody worth that. Give me nobody worth nothing. No.
Her ancestors looked at that stuff and they were like, coconuts and eggshells. Yeah. What were we supposed to do with this?
Fucking Paul Revere.
Davy Crockett. Woo!
Okay. So a month, like we said, a month has passed since they've wasted their money on a life coach.
Papa got a new job. Papa's got a brand new bag.
Yes, driving around collecting debts. I don't know how that works.
I was like, is like, you running up on man? People? Like, what?
Yeah.
What is she doing?
Yeah, like, is it like rent to own? Like, you possessions, or are you just?
Are you breaking knees? Like, what are you doing?
Are you an enforcer of sorts? I was a little bit confused.
Same.
So, they jump into the mess very quickly.
Ooh,
so he's been sneaking money out of her bank account. like $40 here, $40 there.
He's a thief.
Yeah. Hold on one second. So sorry. Chris Rogers is watching Survivor. He didn't watch it with me.
Oh. What part is he on?
He had Tribal.
Ah! The drama!
Yeah. He said, what the fuck? Caleb was going on. Yeah. I was like, are you okay? He was like, no.
Yeah.
I have to wait for his commentary. Anywho, he was stealing. So I know Black Poppy was stealing money here, there, and everywhere out of her account. And when he was confronted about it, he was a dick about it. And now they're at war. And she has moved into the bedroom, and he's out in the other room.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they set this scene for us.
When he gets that, like, stupid, fucking arrogant look on his face when he'd be dead ass wrong, I just want to throat chop him. I really do.
Yeah.
I really want to throat chop him because he be wrong as 3 left shoes.
So wrong.
And I don't like
and
defending
wrong.
this lady, but it's not about defending her. It's about the fact that it is you. You are you are the problem.
You're wrong. You're the problem.
And you're not playing Survivor. Because if you had goals set out when you started this relationship, you are not using the proper strategy nor social game. The only thing that you have is your physical. You're not using your social or your strategy game to play this the proper way.
Mm-mm. At all.
So she sits him down and she calls him out. And it's calm. I have to say it's calm. And she's like, listen, it's important for me to have a partner who I can trust, who I know that I can just leave my debit card on the motherfucking kitchen table. And it's not the fact that you used money. It's not about that. It's about the fact that when I asked you about it, you lied. And that's what makes the whole thing untrustworthy, because now you stealing from me. It wouldn't be stealing if you're like, yo, I need to pull $40. I need to pull $80 out. I need to pull whatever out. Can I, but you don't do that. He snuck her debit card. He knew it would be on the table. He take it. He go take money out. He put it back. You sneaking, which means you stealing like a fucking teenager or a crackhead.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What's he buying? Talking about he buying food.
Which, as soon as he said that, I was like, I know this is a lie.
I know that's a motherfucking lie.
And when she confirmed, she was like, that's a lie. I know there's freezer full of meat and rice and beans.
She said for days, motherfucker, we always have rice in this bitch.
Right, it's like you're in DR. Everybody got rice and beans. Like, at least,
Nigga, I know.
And you had a whole meat market. I know you got meat.
And if worse comes, she said a freezer full of meat. And if worse comes to worse, you go to your mother's house because you know she's cooking every day. If worse comes to fucking worse. So I'm like, are you buying eighths? Are you buying pussy?
Yeah.
Like, what are you buying? What are you getting?
Lobster? Or are you eating at hotels? Like, what, or resorts? What are you doing?
You taking bitches on dates? Like, what is it? So
wouldn't be surprised.
He sits there just as stubborn and belligerent and tries to gaslight her and flip it on her and tell her it's not stealing when it's your partner. What's yours is mine. What's mine is ours. What's yours is ours. He's like, no, this is, you don't steal from your partner. And she's like, you are stealing from me because you are lying about what you are taking. So then this nigga calls her selfish and says she only thinks about herself.
I got hot on my chest. I got hot on my chest for her.
I did too. Like I was drinking cinnamon whiskey.
Yeah. I was like, how dare you? How dare you?
If I'm selfish and I only think about myself, and then he started talking about how he pays for all his own stuff. I buy all my own shit. I pay half my rent. I pay blah, blah, blah. Then why you steal $160 from me then, nigga?
And then...
Woo! The audacity!
He had the unmitigated gall, the gumption, the cojones to ask
No.
for reimbursement.
Tell.
To demand reimbursement for rent for all the months he's been living there.
She said, get out.
Yeah.
You've got to go.
Get out.
Get out. You are talking to me crazy now. And you know what this nigga says? I'll get out when you reimburse me my portion of the bills that I've already paid. This is starting to feel abusive.
Absolutely. Well, it's been abusive. He's been emotionally abusive for a long time.
He has been emotionally abusive, but she has not been innocent. But now it's getting like overtly emotionally abusive. It was emotionally abusive. I want to be very clear. But now it's like, it's egregious at this point. It's egregious because so she's like, it is clear to her at this point that he has used her for money, that he got married to her for resources and for money. And yeah,
ever since his dreams of coming to America got thwarted, he has been on a rampage.
But he don't want to be the person to walk away because he wants to make sure that he gets as much as he can from it. Also, his pride is just the size of a fucking, what's that shit? A hot air balloon. It's huge because his whole thing is he's not leaving there because he knows he's going to have to go back to his mother's house. And if he goes to his mother's house with no money, then he feels like he's going to look bad. So but he doesn't mind putting her through hell in order to make sure that he's set up and he's good. He is the ultimate selfish, the ultimate nasty, the ultimate abuser. I do not like defending this lady but
me either.
But this
nigga
is no. This nigga is a problem. This nigga is a problem
for not just her, but for women in general. Whoever chooses or who is,
unless he is explicit with the next person and says, "Listen, we doing this for this. I'll drop off some dick." And you take care of these things, that's the only way that could work. Outside of that, I am fearful for anybody that he enters relationship with.
Yep. As well. Anywho, that was today's episode.
Yeah.
We'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.
When that lady tells that girl that her family is dysfunctional and you are in recovery, bye.